Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through a few updates and some announcements on the Audi S4. So all this time I have been planning on using a MaxxECU, which I've had for a number of years now. Over Christmas I pulled it out and powered it up and ran through it, and it's still a fantastic ECU. There's no denying that. However, it is a little bit old now, and I kind of wanted something a little bit more modern with a few more features, and I also wanted the ability to display all of the ECU data via CAN to a nice, easy to read display. So whilst I was looking at ECUs online and trying to decide which one to go for, I kind of made up my mind of what I wanted to go for, and then I was looking for a place to purchase it from. Turned out that one of those places was a company called Pro Race Engineering. It just so happens I've known Stace, one of the guys at Pro Race, for a number of years. I first met him on a ring trip in 2011. So I dropped him a message, we got chatting, and a deal was done. So Pro Race Engineering are a company run by people like you and like me who like to play with their cars. Now they do concentrate heavily on the Volkswagen Audi group, which I obviously have, albeit with the Saab engine, and they don't just sell off-the-shelf pieces from other manufacturers. They do also design and sell their own branded products as well as offering full race engine builds and custom work to your requirements. So after watching this video, please go onto their website, the link is below in the description, have a look through their store, and if there's anything there that you'd like a bit more information on, please just contact Stace or one of the guys there. I'm really thankful for the support that Pro Race Engineering gave me at the beginning of 2022. It's really given me a boost to get this finished and on track this summer. So without further delay, this is the ECU that I've chosen. MaxxECU. So this is the Race, and I've gone with the premium that has a flying loom to go with it. Really excited to get my hands on this, get it wired up. It's got so many features. I've also gone for an ADU 7, which is a 7-inch display. Now I knew that I definitely wanted an ADU 7, and genuinely when I was looking online for the best price, Pro Race Engineering, they've actually got these on sale at the moment, so definitely go over to the website, have a quick look. There could be something there that you're after, and they are fantastically priced. Now I've got a few other things over this side of the bonnet. I picked this up over Christmas from Kit Car Electronics. Actually the wife bought that for me, so thank you very much. Planning to have things like traction control on the fly adjustable on some of these, and I'm not looking to have any stalks, so indicators, lights, all of that straight from the button wheel. Now this little device here is a Mo Unit Blue, obviously it says it there. It's kind of like a PDU, but it's for motorbikes. However, I want to use the features that this offers for things like the indicators, because it works really well to control them. It also offers Bluetooth connectivity to my phone, and that allows me keyless starts, which is quite a nice thing to have, because I'm used to driving a Tesla and I've got no keys at all for that. And finally, in this box here, I've got a drive-by-wire throttle body. It's a 82mm made by Bosch, and the reason why I'm going for this is it works well with the MaxxECU, and it will enable a lot more features to come. So that is what we're going to be getting on with today. So first things first, I'll have to remove the manifold and unbolt this manual throttle body. I'm going to have to cut off the flange which is welded to the manifold, because that doesn't fit this. I've also got a plate which I'm going to make a new flange for this so I can weld to the manifold. So I'll get this removed now. So there we go. One throttle body. Anyone after a 80mm manual throttle body, let me know, I have one spare. Right, over the bandsaw, get this cut off. So there we go. So I've managed to cut that off really close to the flange, so the new throttle body will be in exactly the same direction as the old one. Obviously I want that to line up with the intercooler pipe that I've made already, so I don't want to have to modify that as well. So all I'm going to have to do is clean this up with a file and then flatten it off and get ready to make a new flange to fit on there. So this here is the throttle body flange that I've just made. It's quite obviously useful having a lathe because I wouldn't have been able to make that without one. What's also particularly useful is that I've managed to taper the inside here, so this outer edge is exactly the right diameter that matches the throttle body, and then this side the diameter matches perfectly to the inside diameter of the manifold, which is about 1.5 mm smaller than the throttle body itself. Put this on the manifold, it lines up absolutely perfect, no steps at all, so that is absolutely perfect there. And then you can see that is slightly concave there, so you can see there that matches the inside of the throttle body exactly. So I have already marked up the orientation this flange needs to be on the manifold, so all I've got to do is weld that on there now. Before I weld this on, I've just realised that I didn't mention the recess that's in there. The recess is in there so I can fit an O-ring, so I don't have to worry about a gasket or putting any gasket maker around there. It just makes it a bit of a cleaner install and less likely to leak. There we go. I don't think that'll be falling off anytime soon. Looks alright. Pity the worst bit is at the top where I stopped, but I probably should have started on the other end, but oh well. But I'm quite happy with that. I'll let that cool down and then I will bolt up the throttle body. As you can see in there, perfectly smooth. Quite happy with that. So bolted up to the car, this is how it looks, and as you can see there's a bit of a gap between the throttle body and this intercooler pipe. Not too much of a problem because I've heard that if you clamp onto the throttle body directly with a silicone hose, there's not really much here for it to grip to, and obviously there's not much of a lip there to keep it secure, and they can often pop off. But obviously with this massive gap here, what I've done is I've spun this up on the lathe, and that will fit just in there like that, and I'll weld that directly to the throttle body. What I've got to do now is unbolt that throttle body, weld this beast on. So let's give this a go. Hopefully we don't mess up this throttle body. There you go. Not coming off. Looks pretty good. Not too hot. A little bit warm, but it's not over the top. So there we are, that is welded on to the throttle body. I'll go bolt that up to the car now. I think that's turned out pretty damn well. Alright, so that is back on the car, and that looked absolutely fantastic. Perfect gap here. There's about 10-15 mil between the two, lines up perfectly. Just got to get the coupler on there and that will be job done. So I'm going to pretty much end the video there. However, before I do, I did mention that there were a few updates on the car, which I'll run through now quickly. So there's not huge amounts done, but you can see this coolant filler cap here. On the back side of there is a line which runs to the wastegate for water cooling. I've not finished plumbing that in. We've also got a fan mounted here, and then just under here, if I pull this off quickly, you can see this pipe has been made up which goes to the electric water pump. So that's down there. Obviously as well, you probably noticed yellow lights, bit of a Euro look, but I quite like it. You probably hate it. I don't really care. And finally, one thing that probably is quite interesting to you is I've done these skirts. In fact, I've only just done the one, so I kind of got carried away. I started on doing this skirt, didn't get the cameras out, and kind of finished it. I've still got to do the other side, so that'll be the next video. That's one for you to look forward to. Two things before you go though. First, please go to Pro Race Engineering. Thank you very much for their support, and I really can't wait to get my hands on that ECU and start playing around with it and trying to set up the ADU7. I feel at the minute, going through all the paperwork, I may have bitten off a little more than I could chew, but hopefully I'll work it out in the end. Secondly, please like the video if you have enjoyed it, and there's a lot of you that aren't subscribing. So if I check here, 57% of you who watched the last video are non-subscribers. So if you want to see more of my content, please subscribe and you'll get a notification as soon as I upload. But yeah, hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one.